out.
Yeah.
And hey, you were kind of around that call. You're talking about that Mewtwo. We are seeing the Mewtwo instead of that Rob. Just not going to worry about the juggles. You know, who needs to get juggled if you can just die early instead? We're getting Fluffy versus WaDi for losers quarters. Again, this is a best of 3 set, so all you need is 2 wins. Both of these characters have pretty nuts damage output. You get a few hits in, you're going to string them into a few more hits, and your opponent's at 80.
Yeah, 57 at the moment. It's not looking that good. I mean, at the same time, as you said, they both do so much damage that it's really when your stock is gone that matters, not what percent you're at.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's see. I mean, right now, we saw that early start from WaDi, but I mean, Fluffy has just been killing it since then. 77% already on this Mewtwo. Gonna have to be careful because Mewtwo is also pretty light, and you know, Yoshi carries a pretty hefty boot, so have to be careful.
Definitely. One other thing, if I'm not mistaken, a fully charged Shadow Ball probably goes through the egg. I could be wrong. But that is something to note if that is the case. You know, catch Fluffy, trying to throw out an up B, and you just catch him with the Shadow Ball. Forward air, almost doing it. Are we going to go for edge guard attempt? No. Well, we are.
Right underneath
an
the egg.
Orthodox. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I was expecting a back air if you wanted to go out there, and WaDi had other plans, and it definitely paid off.
Okay. Here we go, getting some of that damage. Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
Jeez, man. Just absolutely serving himself up an omelet right there. Just getting him all sorts of damage, man. Those down tilts and then popping him right up, sending him right to the top last. That was really well played. WaDi's certainly looking like they're struggling a little bit now, though.
Yeah, it was looking rough. I mean, back and forth is continuing again. But what Fluffy's advantage state is so good that it doesn't end with your stock. It continues on to the next one.
The old 2
That's
for
just
1.
crazy. Yeah, you know? Even the Angel platform can't save you from this. Tried to be sneaky. Fluffy just scouted it out.
He does have to be a little bit careful. He is getting a little too aggressive on WaDi's shield, and we know what this Mewtwo can do if you do not respect them.
One thing I would like to see is maybe some tilts from WaDi. We're not really seeing too many down tilts or F tilts, and I think that would be a really good way to dissuade Fluffy from just kind of running in. Oh, the down air, good catch. Because right now, Fluffy is kind of doing whatever they want to do, because as long as they can beat the Nair, they don't really have to worry about anything.
Ooh. What? No way.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
That was
that one properly.
Oh, this is huge. That's 1 Nair. Or not Nair, excuse me, forward air. Look at this, just trading back and forth, man. This is absolute slugfest. Yo, he just held that egg all the way to the other side of the stage and just actually popped him right in the head.
50 to 56.
This is actually kind of scary, man. Ooh.
Yeah, and WaDi is getting so much mileage off of these grabs. This is incredible. Just really baiting Fluffy into shielding and then running in and grabbing. Getting that forward air afterwards.
What's also scary is, like, he keeps pulling out this Shadow Ball that isn't quite fully charged. And it's just like showing him it. Like, hey, keep this in your mind, man. Like, I don't know, just keeps, like a show and tells, like, you don't have this. But eventually you're going to forget that this is here, and I'm actually just going to throw this.
Yeah, it's definitely a good point. Oh, tried to nair out a shield, not able to find it there. Does that recovery? He just says, I'll go all the way to the ledge, got grabbed, and you know what? That is okay. Something to keep in mind. It's better to take that free grab damage and live than to try to challenge and be right and die.
Oh, he definitely tried pulling the trigger right there. Wasn't able to find it, though.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay, that's him.
It's kind of nice.
It was just surprising.
Yeah. It's one of those options where it's like WaDi could have just kind of like gone to ledge, but I mean that.
WaDi, what the, well,
sorry, he could have gone up from ledge.
Yeah, you know.
Anything but just stay there and get ledge trumped.
I mean, to be fair, when you see Yoshi above you like that, you're on ledge, you're not really expecting that type of play, but
I don't know. I go through the process of elimination, okay, and I say, would Yoshi possibly do this down B on stage where if I stay on the ledge and stand up, I kill them? Or are they gonna go to the ledge to try to hit me? and go for a potential trump. And I'm just betting that you're going to the ledge and I'm taking my chances on stage. But with that said, I'm not the one that entered this event, and I don't believe, honestly, I would have made it to top 8. So,
I mean, it is what it is, but like, I don't feel like we usually see a Yoshi in that type of position. We're usually seeing him like, nair off the side and up air off the top, but we don't usually see a position where like the kill comes from the ledge exactly, or ledge trump from Yoshi. So I can kind of understand that WaDi wasn't ready for it, but I think you are right. At some point, you kind of be like, all right, this might be what they're going for.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what? WaDi said, hey, forget this. I'll just go a character that grabs a ledge whenever I want to instead. And we will see how the Rob does instead.
Ooh, landing with that nair, but that double jump armor going to save Fluffy from dealing with any sort of follow-up.
All right, good egg placement so far, keeping that stage control. WaDi finally getting through, but still right back to ledge. It's interesting how much this is just changing in a blink of an eye.
Okay, there we go. Nice little up throw into the up air.
Oh, I'm liking this. We watched Fluffy earlier kind of play around the ledge and get up whenever they wanted to against J-Band, and WaDi runs over and does a tilt. Trying to challenge, not able to find its mark. Fluffy just, one thing about Fluffy is that they are not running away from you. Wherever you go, they are going, and they don't care what the percentage is. They don't care about the deficit. 119 to 91, and even though WaDi has the lead, it did not look like it when they were up there just now.
Fluffy trying to get back to stage here. WaDi is certainly doing a fantastic job of just having control here. Oh, the double jump armor going to save him from that up air. Oh. But you went off stage. You kind of can't do that when you waste your double jump.
Yep.
Whoa, WaDi is taking this and running so much damage, 49%.
Ooh. And WaDi's just absolutely threading the needle on some of these aerial attempts from Fluffy now. Oh, great. Tomahawk right there. Not going to be able to close out the stock. The double jump armor is going to come in just a little handy. Gyro kind of taking some of these eggs for him.
Takes a little bit of time, but Fluffy does manage to get that stock off. Is sitting at 113%, which is terrifying, and this is one of the reasons. But falling out the side B, really fortunate for Fluffy, getting another chance to play the game, at least on this stock.
Right. Definitely a little bit nerve-wracking here, man. Fluffy, I mean, should be feeling good from game one, but I mean, he took like 113, I think, before he even took the stock from WaDi. This Rob is certainly becoming a problem.
And just like that, WaDi absolutely showing why he just has a mastery on this character. Definitely tried to go Mewtwo for that first game to see, okay, I think I'll work a little better, but you can just tell how comfortable WaDi is playing this game, playing his character. Oh, but man, but that's still the thing with Yoshi. When Yoshi gets just a few hits in, it's nuts. Goes so far. Those up airs are crazy. God. These all just kind of float around each other. It's just like, both of the characters, not like totally, Yoshi's pretty floaty, but like, both are just kind of slow falling around each other.
This is definitely getting a little tough here. I mean, Fluffy's got to find a way to close out the stock soon. Going for the... He had enough of that gyro. Okay, there we go. Getting that gyro. Back to the down smash. No, he's,
that did
I
it?
thought he was living.
That's actually pretty crazy. Why does he go for that down smash, all that, that down tilt into just trying to catch whatever you're going to do into the down smash? And it hadn't really worked all that much up until right now and won that game. Beautiful stuff. We're going to go into game 3 for Fluffy versus WaDi. And this is, might remind you, a best of 3. So whoever wins this next game, that's it. They're moving on to loser semis.
And, if you are a Fluffy supporter, definitely hoping a lot of adjustments come in, maybe a stage change. But that Rob looked like an entirely different beast to deal with than the Mewtwo. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just it is a better. It's a better matchup in theory. No, actually, it's just an overall better matchup. It's just that some Mewtwo's are have a playstyle that works really well versus Yoshi. But on paper, you know, Rob is going to beat Yoshi all day, assuming both players are of equal skill level.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big turnaround so far, though. The Rob, I feel like, just can deal with a lot of that pressure. Like, the Mewtwo was doing well dealing with some of the pressure, but because of how light the character is and that tail can get caught up in some weird moments, too. The Rob is definitely coming in a little clutch here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you break it back just to the bare bones what the matchup is, and in this matchup, you know, Yoshi's got these eggs, and they're so prevalent that Yoshi can just kind of run away, throw eggs all day, which makes you feel like you have to approach Yoshi, and as a Mewtwo, you got to charge that Shadow Ball if you want this sort of projectile. As Rob, you press down B twice, you have got a projectile on stage, ready to go. And that can sort of force both players to be like, okay, maybe I do have to approach, maybe I don't have to approach. We both have a projectile on stage that can come out pretty quick, deal damage, and force a play, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just the start of it, right? And that's already something more than Mewtwo feeling like, I got to charge a Shadow Ball, because if we don't have this Shadow Ball, I've got nothing. Ooh! Sorry, it was a little nice.
Yeah, and then also the disadvantage state. You know, Rob deals with being above Yoshi so much better, whether it's coming down with the space nair, up being until you actually get the distance that you want, the back air, which has no hurt box in it, unlike Mewtwo's back air, which, I mean, granted, you have to be very close to, but still. So it's just, Rob has so many tools. Whoa, at WaDi playing such a dangerous game, Fluffy almost getting that forward air and actually taking that huge lead.
It's just like what we saw in that set from J-Ban. Like, Fluffy's just not comfortable having stage control. He wants off-stage control. If it's on the screen, he wants to be in control of it entirely. Oh, but you extended too far.
There. Please don't go to WaDi's Twitter page, because there's definitely plenty of clips of him doing that to people, saying, why'd you come out here into the deep, deep waters against me? And that was just so unfortunate. You know, Fluffy had so much control prior to challenging WaDi off stage and gifting a stock, essentially. Missing the tech, and now you're at 81% on your second stock because of that.
Yeah, I mean, we see Fluffy, he's attempting to make a run on this stock here.
Oh, we did it again! No. We don't learn!
You don't
we
go
see
down
the
there
glowing, the glowing metal on the stove, and you touch it once and think maybe the second time is not as hot. It's just as hot, if not worse. And oh lordy.
WaDi's really out here like, you didn't learn your lesson at all.
Yeah.
Like,
come again.
Look at, no, Fluffy's smart this time. He says, all right, man, yeah, you got it. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Oh, it's a bait. Even there, WaDi was just like, what if I can make it off stage and make it chase me again? Fluffy is trailing, unfortunately, due to a few overzealous actions right now. I mean, they can make it back, but boy, is it rough at this point.
They're going to have to play similar to how they were playing against J-Ban was when he had the corn out. A lot of that dancing around each other, just kind of get some stray hits and just building it up over time, waiting for your opponent to kind of make that mistake that Yoshi can capitalize on.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a nair, man. WaDi's not going to go down, though, without a fight. Ooh.
That's Yoshi privilege to just jump through side B. Like, nah, not today. I don't care.
It's a nice
I really don't.
Ooh, the last hit on that nair is actually going to be able to connect it. There it is again, man.
As you said, just jump through it. It's cute. It's cute. It's a cute move. But we are getting close to up throw kill percentage. I mean, we're probably about 30 off, but there's no reason why he can't get there with lasers and gyros.
I think if he could grab it and just land on the platform, that should definitely be it.
Are we gonna see a tomahawk grab from WaDi? No.
Nope.
All right, can't jump through everything. Can't jump through your whole life, all right? At some point, you gotta sit down, you gotta face the consequences of what you're doing. WaDi moving on to losers semis, 2-1 over Fluffy. Good set.
Very good set.
That was very entertaining.
It was a big turnaround too, man. That Mewtwo was doing pretty well, but unfortunately, those Timberlands are just a little too much for psychic types. And we'll just the Rob's gonna be able to clean that up. So good stuff.
Yeah. Solid performance all around from both players. Congrats to Fluffy for making it this far in the bracket. Top 5 is definitely a fantastic position to end up in out of 469 players. Maybe not quite what you wanted, but it is still a solid performance. We are still waiting for losers bracket to catch up. You know, they are looking like that Mewtwo, you know, really slow to the draw.
Yeah, we still got one more set that's